All right. All right, here we go. Number 40. Number 40. Which is actually crazy to me that we have 40 of these, and then like, what do we have with the other ones, Mike? Like 40? The other round
Yeah,
table?
we're like
Round
mid
table?
40s. Yeah, we're right there.
So it's like 90 episodes, which is crazy.
It's good.
Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, I just, Jeff and I started this, and then, me and Mike, right? And then Seth every now and then, and
Yeah. The SEC 411's getting close to 40 now also.
Really? You guys got 40 also? Yeah, you guys are like 38, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Me and Jeff and Josh used to do this this podcast, this Predict Every Bowl Game podcast or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we did that like 2 times before I bowed out because I was busy with basketball. But now that our flexibility is different and, none of us have kids, well, not kids, but young kids or whatever, I guess it makes sense.
My kids are flexible, so.
Was that mean like sometimes they're your kids and sometimes they're not?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I guess that's like the best kind of kids to have, I guess.
Yeah, the life of a divorced parent.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Were you going to say, Mike?
No, I was going to say the same thing.
Okay, welcome to Campus Pressbox, episode number 40, which we just mentioned. It's crazy. So 89-ish total. I will go over to the other site and see how many episodes that is while Mike is talking about something important. Today we are going to predict or give our predictions for every single bowl game. How many bowl games are there? 40?
Too many. That's how many.
Yeah,
there's way too many. And then Mitch is organizing the troops, and we will have a preview for every single bowl game as well. So, preview, written, little audio podcast here.
Now we're going to crack the code of bowl season.
Yeah, let's talk about bowl games here. Let's get to it. Okay, so the first game, we're going to do every game in order. We'll do the playoff games last. I think I have these actually in order of time. I think I was that meticulous about this.
Yeah, you did a great job with this, Damien.
Every now and then I actually do work around here. I know it doesn't feel like it to some people, but every now and then I get stuff done. So, and I actually got this done a few weeks ago. I didn't even wait till the last minute to get this done. So, how about that? All right.
Boom.
Celebration Bowl, which is at the Georgia Dome, is the MEAC versus the SWAC. This year is Alcorn State and North Carolina A&T. Did I have the dates on here? I thought I had the dates on here. Oh, I do.
Yeah,
the 19th of December. Mike, who you got here?
I got Alcorn State, and for no other reason than I know nothing about these two teams, and Alcorn State was just more of the recognizable name.
Steve McNair.
But between the two, so going with Alcorn State. I mean, this was throwing a dart at the board.
Okay, Seth, if you have anything to add, I mean, we all have the same pick here, so.
No, I've got nothing to add to that. I had no clue that either one of these teams were bowl bound. So
North Carolina A&T is a historically black college. I did know that. But outside of that, I didn't even know they were an FBS. I thought they were like 1AA or whatever they call that now. So I was kind of shocked when I saw this on the sheet this morning. I was actually very shocked.
A bully for North Carolina A&T.
Yeah, but I still didn't pick them.
Exactly.
So I'm sure their halftime show will be great because that's about all I
Oh yeah.
Later that day, the Cure Bowl at the Citrus Bowl, which I don't know what we're curing, but
good Lord.
Yeah.
Well, with the citrus, we're curing scurvy, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Nice.
Well this is San Jose State and Georgia State, and we all have the same pick here, Seth. What do we have?
We have San Jose State.
Yeah. I don't know anything about these teams. I assume both of these teams are legit bowl eligible, or these 5 and 7 teams.
I believe they're legit bowl eligible.
I think they are legitimate. And the reason I picked San Jose State, they played the Beavers, and they gave the Beavers a game. I mean, the Beavers gave nobody of consequence a game this year, and they let San Jose State just about beat them at home. So I'm like, okay, these guys can ball a little bit.
But
I chose San Jose.
Is this the school that Harbaugh started at?
San Jose State?
No, Harbaugh started at San Diego.
Oh, okay.
USD.
All right. I get them confused. I should.
This is the American versus the Sun Belt. So I assume this can't be right. Neither one of these teams are in the American, are they?
I didn't think so. I didn't think either one were in the Sun Belt. Well, maybe Georgia State.
Georgia State is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would guess Georgia State's in the Sun Belt. All right. So they either just pick somebody randomly, or I wrote this down wrong.
Either's a possibility.
Yeah, either is a possibility. All right, let's get to a real bowl game here. The Gildan New Mexico Bowl, played at New Mexico on campus. These games are still December 19th, which I think is like next Saturday or something, or next Friday.
Yeah.
This is Conference USA versus Mountain West. Arizona versus New Mexico. We all have the same pick here. Mike is our Pac-12 guy. I have no idea why this says Conference USA versus Mountain West, because Arizona is not neither one of those. So I don't know what I'm doing here, apparently. Michael.
I just think Arizona just has better quality of athletes, and at the end of the day, it's the athletes what win the game, and I just decided to go with Arizona. This is back-to-back for them in the New Mexico Bowl.
Against New Mexico last year also?
No, I forget who they play, but it wasn't New Mexico. I know that much.
Maybe it was New Mexico State.
I can see why Rich Rod, turned South Carolina down now and elected to stay at Arizona. I mean, how can you turn down the New Mexico Bowl?
That's right.
Yeah, where it's going to cost you more money to go to the bowl than what they're going to give you.
Yes. Nobody makes money on bowl games. The teams do not make money on bowl games. Okay. The Royal Purple, and this has to be Crown Royal, right? Royal Purple?
Sounds good to me.
Royal Purple Las Vegas Bowl? Like, it's got to be Crown Royal. Sam Boyd Stadium. It's got to be, right?
You would think. It's Vegas. Royal.
All right. So it's Mountain West / BYU versus Pac-12. So it's BYU and Utah. And I'm the only one who took a Utah, or BYU here. You guys both took Utah.
Yeah, I've got Utah.
Yeah. So you guys have a lot of faith in Kyle Whittingham, and I think that BYU, for no other reason that it's one letter fewer than Utah wins.
You see, I mean, for me, it's not so much about Utah. It's more about, having seen BYU play several times this year. They're a legit bowl team because they're at least above 500 or at least 500. But I don't know, not overly impressive to me. I mean, I think the real thing to keep an eye out for is will one of their players punch a Utah Ute in the junk or something like that.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
This will be I guess this is kind of like an in-state battle, huh?
Yeah, well, and last year, wasn't it BYU and Memphis that just had the outright brawl on the field during the bowl
Miami?
Game?
Yeah, in Miami.
Yeah,
that was horrible. And then the only thing I'm going to keep my eye on is that Utah is without Devontae Booker. He's done. He's done for the year. So that'll hurt them. But I still think they got more than enough to beat the Cougs.
Well, you better keep your eye out for more than that because you're writing the preview for this one. So you better have more words than that, Michael.
I'll have certainly more words.
Okay.
Than that,
All right.
Go ahead.
Raycom Media Camellia Bowl. I don't even know what the hell a camellia is. I know what Karma Chameleon is, right? Isn't that a song? Karma.
Boy, George.
Karma Chameleon.
Yeah. There you go.
Kodachrome.
Yep.
That's Paul Simon. I know that.
Yeah.
Kodachrome. I don't know what a camellia is, though. This is in beautiful Montgomery, Alabama. It's MAC versus the Sun Belt. It's Ohio, not OU, versus Appalachian State. Seth, you took, what is Ohio? The Bobcats. Yeah.
Yes,
I should know this. They're like right down the street from me. I should know this.
I've got the Bobcats, coached by Frank Solich.
Mm-hmm. I love Frankie, by the way. Very nice guy from beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. Holy Name High School graduate.
Have you had a beer or two with him?
I have not. Yeah, I have not. But I know several people who do know him. So connected, down the road, we know each other. But, 3 degrees of separation, whatever. But we are not personal friends.
By proxy. There you go.
Right. Kevin Bacon would be proud here.
Yes.
There you go. Yes, he would.
Seth, why do you have Ohio here?
I know virtually nothing about Appalachian State since they beat Michigan, 5 years ago, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio, I at least know who their coach is. Honestly, that's why I picked them.
Right. And this is Appalachian's first year in FBS, right?
Again, no clue.
Yeah, I think they're relatively new to FBS. And I didn't even actually know they were in the Sun Belt, but I guess that makes sense. All right. R&L carries NOLA Bowl at the Superdome. What is that, the Mercedes Superdome now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sun Belt versus Conference USA. Arkansas State and Louisiana Tech. I actually think this game is going to be decent because I don't think Arkansas State is terrible, right? Didn't they almost beat Missouri this year?
Well, yeah, a lot of teams almost beat Missouri this year, just outright beat them.
Uh-huh.
But no, Arkansas State, they're a good team. They've been a good team for a number of years. I mean, primarily because they've had this steady stream of quality coaches go through there.
Right.
They have a really good quarterback. They have a solid offensive line. I mean, it wasn't a close game, but I mean, they didn't get completely embarrassed when they played, the USC Trojans at the beginning of the year either.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Mm-hmm. So I took Louisiana Tech here because I think is Louisiana Tech the good team, or am I thinking of Louisiana Lafayette?
I think it's Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, they're the good team here. I mean,
didn't Sonny Dykes come from there?
He came from Lafayette.
Yeah, I might have this backwards. Whatever. I'm sticking with my guns here. Give me Louisiana Tech and what are those Duck Dynasty guys? That's where they're from. I think one of them played football at Louisiana Tech. So give me the La Tech whatevers over the Arkansas State Catamanooks or whatever they are. Is that what they are?
They are now.
Yeah. Well,
nice.
Name them there. Hopefully, Mitch will have a better idea about these two teams when he writes a preview.
Hopefully.
Although he must be mad at me because he gave me North Carolina A&T at Alcorn State, so he must just want me to just preview the bands. That actually might be my preview.
That's a good one. I like that. I
would
that
do
angle.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. No one's going to watch the game, but so let's just watch halftime show. This is on ABC at noon.
Wow.
The Celebration Bowl is with A&T and whoever we just said, Alcorn State.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. Virginia Tech Tulsa is one of my preview games, and I was just thinking of just doing a preview about Frank Haith and Buzz Williams.
Yeah, that's fine. Do whatever you want. All right. The 21st is Monday.
Shoot. If I got Utah and BYU, I can just get into Joseph Smith. Holy smokes.
There you go.
Go all South Park on us.
Oh, yeah, you don't want me to do that.
All right, December 21st, Miami Beach Bowl at Marlins Park. We're just going to move on here.
Okay.
It's American versus Conference USA. Literally, I have no idea if any of these conference tie-ins are right anymore. Like, I should have had somebody check this. South Florida. South Carolina is not going to a bowl game. And Western Kentucky. We all have the same
Hilltoppers.
Yeah, I think this is pretty easy. South Florida, I thought they were like 2-10, or is that Central Florida?
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought this was Willie Taggart's team, but maybe they're not.
Which
I don't
one?
know. South Florida.
I thought he got fired.
No. The Central Florida guy did.
Leary.
Willie Taggart just signed like a 7-year extension or something like that. So this might be his team.
Who's at Western Kentucky now?
I'm Jeff Brom.
Okay, because Petrino was there for like an hour, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Yeah, Jeff Brom is there now, and he should have a bigger job than this by now. But yeah, that's him.
All right, on the 22nd, famous Idaho Potato Bowl, MAC versus the Mountain West, Akron and Utah State. Now, I think we all have the same team here.
Yes, we do.
I literally have no idea who Akron beat to get 6 wins, but they are absolutely atrocious. That's one of the Bowden kids, right? Terry Bowden, maybe.
Oh yeah, you are
true.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They're also right down the street from me. Campus is terrible.
Go to many games?
Never in my life. I I don't do Mid-American Conference football. Although I went to the MAC championship game last year.
Yeah.
That was good.
I mean, it's Maction.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that either.
No?
I don't like that hash. It's terrible. Maction. It's bad. It's not good. I don't know. Utah State, everybody? Anybody got anything colorful to add here?
No, I like their coaches, Matt Wells, Josh Heupel. I'm assuming he's still going to be the offensive coordinator for this game before he takes his talents to Columbia, Missouri.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, this game's early. He should still be there for that.
Yeah.
It's on the Smurf turf up there at Boise.
Marmont Boca Raton Bowl at FAU Stadium. American versus the MAC. This game will be good. And it is not the American versus the MAC because Temple is not. Oh, Temple is in the American, aren't they?
Yeah, AC.
Yeah, AAC. All right, so Temple and Toledo. We all have Temple here. No one is going to give Toledo a chance here, huh?
Yeah, I'm not excited about them. I wasn't excited about Matt Campbell. I mean, Temple, they kind of got it handed to them against Houston on Saturday, but I like Temple.
Campbell's not going to coach this game, is he?
I have no clue. I can't keep up with all that.
Are there still jobs open?
Probably.
How about John L. Smith at Kentucky State?
Well, I mean, does he suffer from the same thing that like Solich and Coker suffer from, and that's just their age?
No, John L. Smith is not a good head coach.
No?
Solich is at least a good head coach.
Where do you think John L. Smith should be?
At home, retired. I mean, look, here's the thing. What do I say? If somebody's going to give you millions of dollars every year to coach football. But I don't know why people are hiring him. Like, I can't imagine that Kentucky State can't find somebody else. The only thing you get him for is because he's probably still has some recruiting juice left.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's not the only questionable person who's a head coach right now. So, what are you going to do?
No, he's not. But I mean, he's
Muschamp.
Yeah, it's exactly who I was thinking of. The Hulk.
Dude, how did he get another job after the super terrible season that Auburn had?
Well, not only that. How does he get another job and then is allowed to hire the same offensive coordinator that he fell on his face with at Florida?
Makes no sense.
He hired the same one?
Same one, Roper. Yeah, the exact same one.
Yeah.
Dear God, he had to nail that hire.
Right.
And
It's
he went Dick Cheney. I mean, he shot somebody in the face on that one. My God.
It didn't work at Florida, but this is the time that the stars are aligned.
And it's going to work for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, it's gonna work for the Gamecocks. The SEC East is a mess with their head coaches.
Yeah, it's absolutely atrocious. Who's the best coach in the SEC East?
I don't know.
Gotta be Butch Jones. It's gotta be.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Jones simply because I want to see McElwain do this more than 1 year. But I mean, McElwain can overtake him in a hurry, I think. But it has to be Jones right now.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the other guy, and I'm sure he's a great guy. How's Kirby Smart get that job? He has no head coaching experience at all.
I know.
And there are all kinds of expectations at Georgia, and they hire him. After they fire the dude, mutually, amicably parted ways or whatever they say.
Right.
Would Kirby's sorry.
No, what I was going to say is, like, Kirby Smart should have gone to South Carolina where there are no expectations, and he can kind of just sit in a rocking chair for 4 years.
That's exactly
until
what I was
Saban
gonna
retires.
say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, if you're smart and they're going to give you all that money, then take it, right? I mean, take it in the experience and all the pressure, because once you go back to Alabama, it's going to be times 5. But,
well, and I mean, Muschamp has proven that even if you get that big contract and fail, you will be resurrected again with another primetime job.
Right. Yeah, I can't believe he got another job already. Like we talked about, Mike, I think we talked about this last week with Rich Rodriguez and Todd Graham about how they had average seasons, but I still kind of thought that, maybe somebody would give them a chance or a couple interviews because they've, kind of proven themselves over the past few years. But I don't understand how Muschamp could go from Florida. Basically, they had the Beacons truck waiting for him at the end of the season. Like, hey, dude, your stuff's already packed. We'll see you later. to Auburn, had a terrible year, and now is in South Carolina. I don't understand this.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you know who I think could surprise people and possibly contend for the East next year? Vanderbilt. Mason's a decent coach. I mean, he got that ship, turned around this year. I mean, that season could have been much uglier than it turned out being. All of a sudden, they aren't at a huge coaching disadvantage for most of the teams they compete with in the East anymore.
Yeah, okay, maybe. I guess I just don't have any faith in Vanderbilt ever, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
Maybe. Where were we? Okay, the 23rd.
Northern Illinois, Boise State.
The 23rd. The Poinsettia Bowl, Qualcomm Stadium, beautiful San Diego, California. Mike and I were just talking about San Diego last week.
Yes, we were.
This is the Mountain West versus not Army, but somebody else. So Boise State and Northern Illinois. I'm the only one Northern here. And I have faith in them because they're from the MAC, and somehow they seem to beat almost everybody that they play. Except for last week when they lost to BG.
This was a toss-up for me, honestly.
Yeah. Who's coaching at Boise now?
I'm drawing a blank.
It's Brian Harsin.
Who?
He was the offensive coordinator at Arkansas State last year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, screw you too. See if I tell you anything.
Exactly.
Oh,
see if we look up anything anymore.
Oh, whatever. Mike, you didn't even look up your you didn't even look up your name last week. I had to look everything up.
Who, me?
No, Mike.
Oh, let me pull up Michigan's schedule again, like we started this season with.
Yeah.
Let's
go there. I got all three of those wrong, didn't I? They didn't beat Michigan. They didn't beat Michigan State. They didn't beat Utah, and they didn't beat Ohio State. I went 0 for 3 there.
Well, but they were turned out to be much better than I think most of us.
Everybody said.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, look, I said they were going to beat all three of them, and they were in all three of those games.
Yeah.
And they should have beat Michigan State.
They should have beat Michigan
State.
Hey, you know what I want to talk to you guys about? Who is this kid that Dabo was yelling at the other day?
Oh, the punter.
What the hell happened there?
That poor SOB. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out if that punter just improvised or if it was supposed to be a fake that he just botched.
Or do you think maybe he didn't kick it because he didn't think he could get the kickoff in time?
I don't know.
Yeah, that was bad, man. That was much worse than Muschamp earlier this year.
Yeah, or even McElwain.
Or that's what I meant, McElwain. Yeah, that was much worse than McElwain.
Yeah.
Much worse than McElwain.
Right.
Like, he left and came back.
Yeah.
He left and came back, and I'm just like, this is I don't need the audio. I can read lips.
He basically pulled an old school Seth with leaving and coming back.
Right. Yeah, leaving and coming back. I like that. I like when people do that. Leave and come back. Like, by the way, I remembered all this other stuff I want to yell at you about.
Yeah, right. Leave. And another thing.
Mike, you didn't see this?
I didn't see it at all.
Oh, it's on ESPN. I don't want you to look it up now. I know that's outside your realm, so we'll just
it's everywhere.
Yeah, you'll see it in a few days, I'm sure.
It's east of the Mississippi.
Oh, so he'll never see it. You mean where all the football champions are?
That's right, where all the champions are.
Yeah,
that's where you can find it.
Yeah,
that's all right. We got the Conference of Champions. So.
Yeah, just none of them in football.
Now, mind you, I'm saying this, I'm talking shit to you like this, and I live west of the Mississippi as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Just letting that piece of bait hang right there.
Yeah, just
there
in case you care. Okay, so all right, on the 24th, Christmas Eve. And I am jealous that I cannot go to this bowl game because I love the Bahamas. The Popeyes Bahamas Bowl. I wonder if everybody gets
Wait, we skipped one.
I thought we skipped the GoDaddy.
Yeah.
All right. We will go back to the 23rd. It is the GoDaddy Bowl in beautiful Mobile, Alabama. Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. That's where that's from, by the way. Mobile Bay. Bowling Green and Georgia Southern. I have no idea. Wait, Okay, so this says Georgia Southern, and Seth wrote Georgia State.
Yeah,
so
I meant Georgia Southern. I abbreviated Southern horribly incorrectly.
I mean, unless you think Georgia State has a chance here.
No,
I don't know how it'll work out.
No. I meant to pick Georgia Southern.
Over Bowling Green.
Yeah, I did. This is where I'm calling my shot.
You're high. There's no way.
Well, I ordinarily wouldn't take Georgia State to beat Bowling Green, but the way that Babers basically threw most of his coaching staff under the bus.
Yeah.
I mean that was just hilarious and embarrassing all at the same time.
Yeah, that's always funny when
wow.
people get thrown under the bus.
So I'm taking a chance on this one. I'm going Georgia Southern or State or whatever jerseys they're wearing.
Nice.
So Babers obviously is not coaching this game, right? I mean, he can't. It's that close to the new year.
Yeah, I can't imagine he is.
Yeah, especially after he threw everybody under the bus.
Right.
Who would want to work with the guy? And I guess none of those dudes are going to Syracuse with him.
Well, I mean, I think 7 of the 9 are because, he only had 7 quality assistants, evidently.
Right. Yeah, that's true. The other 2 are absolute trash.
Right. I mean, they have to be standing in their corner going, what the hell, guy?
Yeah, what do we do? I thought we were the reason why you got another job.
Right.
Yeah. All right, can we talk about the Popeyes Bahama Bowl now?
If you want.
Because I'm really excited about Middle Tennessee. Is it Middle Tennessee State or is it just Middle Tennessee now? Did we go over this earlier this year?
No clue.
No clue.
All right.
Yeah.
So Middle Tennessee State University. I think they might just be Middle Tennessee in athletics. It's kind of like the Army. What are they called now? Army at West Point. Army West Point Black Knights. They just changed their name.
That's your area of expertise, Damien.
Nah, Army is not my area of expertise. No.
Well, the military academies to me, that's your baby.
Yeah, I'll take that. Middle Tennessee and Western Michigan, a directional. We all have Western here. Mm-hmm. I will be honest with you. I don't think that guy at Western is all that good.
I agree with you.
I think he is super overrated. But I think Middle Tennessee is absolute trash.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the only interesting thing about Middle Tennessee is, are any of their players going to, beat the crap out of Dak Prescott on the beach again this year?
That'd be great. Please do. The Hawaii Bowl, Aloha Stadium, Cincinnati versus San Diego State.
Tommy Tuberville.
Yeah, I like Tuberville. Did you see that picture of him and Bird?
Yes. That was awesome.
That was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, and I like how his thing said fan. Do you see his credential? It said
no.
Fan. Yeah, if you look at the credential, it says fan. I was like, what is that hanging around his neck? And it says fan. And then behind them where they're standing, there's a booth called like Fan Services. So I was going to say, Bert, is that where you work now at Fan Services? With your fan credential? Nice. Yeah. Poor Bert. He's not even going to defend himself.
I'll ask him about his credentials tomorrow on the podcast.
Yeah. Ask him about his credentials. Don't even just say from what. Just tell me about your fan credentials, Bert.
Yes. You're a credentialed fan.
And you got to ask him how you get one of those.
Yes. Yeah.
What do you have to do? Or do you have to work at Fan Services?
Exactly. In HR.
Yeah. All right, so Cincinnati, we all got Cincy here. Nobody has what conference is San Diego State in? Mountain West?
Yeah, I think that one's right.
Mountain West, yes.
Yeah, so I got one of these games right.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. St. Petersburg Bowl in the baseball stadium that everyone hates. It is Marshall versus UConn.
How's UConn in a bowl game?
Yeah.
Good question.
Why, first of all, why is UConn FBS? Let's start there. They shouldn't even be playing big boy football.
But didn't they actually beat somebody? Like
they almost beat Notre Dame this year, didn't they?
Connecticut? Well, hold on. They beat somebody that they had no business being in the ball game with.
Don't worry, Mike. We got it. Just
no. I'm efforting as we speak.
Yeah, okay, sure you are.
We need some on hold music.
Don't worry.
They beat Houston 20-17
this year.
Yes, yes, and this is a team that lost to Missouri 6-9.
Oh my God!
And Temple smoked them.
Yeah,
wow. Yeah, 27-3. God,
Wow.
I mean,
Cincinnati. Yeah, Cincinnati.
Central Florida kicked their butt.
Wow.
Yeah,
Central
all right, well,
Florida.
yeah. This is a 5-win team that's in a bowl game.
Oh, okay, that's why I don't like this. There's too many bowl games.
No, there are too many bowl games. UConn has no business being in a bowl game. None.
Yeah, I don't like this at all. I don't like
You
it.
should not be rewarded for sucking.
Yeah, well, we need. If there's 40 bowl games, we need 25.
Yeah. Can we
Yeah.
get like Oliver Luck on one of these podcasts and like ask him about this stuff?
Yeah, I mean, well, the NCAA doesn't do anything with the postseason, but I mean, he would be a good person to ask.
Somebody. You know all these people. You're like 6 degrees of separation from everyone, Damien.
I don't know Oliver Luck.
Ah.
I don't know Oliver Luck. I mean, I've been to the NCAA office. It's very nice, but I've never met Oliver Luck.
All right.
So we're all going with Marshall here because of why?
They're not Connecticut.
Yeah.
That's good. All right.
Solid.
What is this? Is it Hyundai or Hyundai?
Hyundai.
That's
how they spell it? Hyundai?
Yeah, it's a car.
Yeah.
I mean, I drive a Ford, man. I don't know what a Hyundai is.
I drive a Hyundai.
Hyundai? I don't know what that is. Where is that? Is that Japanese or Chinese?
is Japanese.
Is that what you drive? You traded your Beamer for one of these? How do you know that? Are you a stockholder?
I was a Toyota guy for years, and that was like the step. That was like the step below the Toyota.
But now it's even, right? Isn't it the Hyundai Sonata?
Yeah, that's what I drive. It's a good car.
Yeah. Hyundai.
Yeah, if that's how you want to pronounce it, man, I am not going to get
roll
your
with
way.
it. Yeah.
What is it? What is it?
It's
Hyundai.
Hyundai. Yeah.
Hyundai.
It's a silent Y.
That's my father's nickname for my brother is Hyundai, like $100, because every time he asks my father for something, it costs him $100. Hyundai.
Or is it Hyundai?
Isn't that the car? Isn't that who we're talking about? Hyundai.
All right. Let's
let's pick this game.
I got Washington State on this one.
Which Miami is this?
The U.
Oh, you just put Miami. I wasn't sure. All right. Well, then I'm going with Washington State then.
Well,
Changing my pick.
wait a minute. You're changing your pick?
Yeah, I'm allowed to. They haven't played the game yet.
All right. I've got Washington State also. This is the night the Grinch stole Christmas.
Mike, what do you got here? This is your conference.
Alex Grinch. He's the Washington State defensive coordinator.
And you know what else I did here?
What?
I put Pac-12, P-A-C-K 12.
Have you not read your email?
Yeah. And no
He's
hyphen
thinking 12-pack right there.
And no hyphen either. So I definitely screwed this up.
That's right.
All right, Washington versus Southern Mississippi. They're the Salukis, right?
No.
This is
Southern
Illinois.
Yeah, this is
that's Southern Illinois.
This is Southern Mississippi. This is Derek's team.
Yes.
It's like the Golden Eagles or something
Yes.
like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Bald Eagles. So we all have UW here,
Yes.
right? Nobody gives Southern Miss a chance.
I know nothing about Southern Miss.
Isn't that where Brett Favre went?
Yeah.
That's Hattiesburg, right?
Yes, it is.
Geography. Okay, new era Pinstripe Bowl at Yankee Stadium. Duke versus Indiana. Let me tell you something. Seth, I need to know why you have Indiana winning this game.
They seem like they're kind of on the cusp
Of what?
of not being crappy.
No.
I mean, they won the SEC East last year, so they have to follow that up with a bowl win this year.
Oh, right. They did win the SEC.
Yes, they did.
Okay. And now they're going to be the ACC team in the new era Pinstripe Bowl.
Right.
Do
we have
do you
ACC referees in this game?
No, you won't get. You'll probably get Big 12 guys for this game.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you guys think about playing baseball or football games in baseball stadiums? I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan either. I
Yeah.
think some stadiums do it better than others, but when I see it at Yankee Stadium and Fenway Park, it just looks like garbage.
I don't
It's-
need two teams standing on the same sideline.
No.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
And then how
That's-
bad are the seats?
The seats are they're bad. I mean, because that Cactus Bowl, that's the old Insight Bowl, and Seth and I were talking about that before. And they had the Insight Bowl for a few years inside Chase Field, where the Diamondbacks play.
Mm-hmm.
And we watched Oregon State and Notre Dame in there. And I mean, we were sitting, I don't know, 10 rows up, and we're pretty much right behind Notre Dame. And it was tough to really see anything of consequence on the field.
What's that bowl now?
The Cactus Bowl.
Did we already talk about that?
It might not exist anymore.
Yeah.
No, it exists because ASU is playing
Buffalo
West
Wild.
Virginia.
No.
No, it's the Cactus Bowl. It used to be the B.
Who's
Dubs
in it
Bowl.
this year?
Yeah. ASU and West Virginia.
Did we not have that on the sheet? Oh no, it's down there. Yeah.
We're nowhere close to the end of
yeah.
the sheet.
Oh,
We're taking
my
our
God.
time.
By the way, Mike, they still play that at Chase Field.
They do, because for a couple of years it was the Insight Bowl, and they had it at Sun Devil Stadium for a few years. They might have just switched.
Maybe
it
that's
back
why
to
they were
West.
renovating Sun Devil Stadium.
They're renovating it now, so that's why they probably have it there.
All right, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I mean, we're still we haven't even made it to Christmas yet here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Camping World Independence Bowl in beautiful Shreveport, Illinois, home of
Illinois.
In
All
Illinois,
right.
that's
Jesus Christ.
geography, my man, geography.
Shreveport, Louisiana. You know who's from Shreveport? What college football personality?
Terry Bradshaw?
Probably, but that's not who I'm thinking of. He's not college football. Tim Brando.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, okay.
Brando. Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. I know no one likes him.
I have no opinion on him.
Okay. Virginia Tech. Is Beamer coaching this game?
As far as I know.
I would expect him to.
Okay. And Tulsa. Tulsa's in Oklahoma, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. There's no way they win because there's only two good football teams in Oklahoma, and Tulsa is not one of them. Anybody have anything creative to say here?
No, nothing.
Michael?
Nada. Other than the fact, I mean, I'd like to see Beamer go out winning. Other than that, nothing.
You're such a positive guy.
You have no idea.
Mm-hmm. Foster Farms, which I've never heard of them, bowl, and San Francisco at Levi's. Nebraska and UCLA. Obviously, I'm riding the UCLA train all year, so this pick is easy for me. And I have absolutely no faith in, what's that guy's name at Nebraska? Tom Osborne? Who's the coach there?
That's right. Mike Riley. 5
Yeah.
and
Mike
7.
Riley.
I think I had it right
yep.
the first time. Tom Osborne,
Perhaps. Yeah.
perhaps.
Sure it wasn't Pelini.
Oh, dude, I still can't believe he's at Youngstown State.
Rubble.
Is that guy still around on Twitter who does the fake Bellini thing?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that guy either. All right. Merry Christmas, Military Bowl, Pittsburgh and Navy.
Navy.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't even
all
think
day
this
long.
This is. I actually think this game will be good because Pitt's not terrible, and I have faith in Narduzzi's defense.
The
but
game's in Annapolis. It's a home game.
Yeah, you have your own. You have your own bowl game. Where else are you gonna have it?
I don't know. I just wouldn't think they would get a home game. I'm like,
What is that noise?
they could have it. Hey, they could have it. Freaking in wherever the Air Force is at, Colorado Springs.
It sounded like a gun went off.
No, he just slapped the table.
Oh.
He's a table slapper.
Well, I'm in Arizona, so there's plenty of guns going off.
Yeah. All right, so Navy.
Yeah.
All day.
All right, the Quick Lane Bowl, beautiful Detroit, Michigan at Ford Field, which I'm not a fan of that place. If you guys have ever been, it's not very nice. It's pretty barren. It's the ACC and the Big Ten. So we have Central Michigan and Minnesota.
Gophers.
Yeah, Gophers all day with what's that guy's name?
Tracy Claeys.
There it is. I wonder if
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I hope that at some point in the game he eats a dilly bar on the sideline.
Well, 4 fields inside.
But still, just to pay, like in homage or whatever to Kill. I think that would be a nice little touch.
And what did you call it?
A dilly bar. Or an homage.
No, the dilly bar.
Yeah, the dilly bar.
That's what it's actually called?
Yes. Yeah, from Dairy Queen. They have them in different flavors.
Yeah. Is there a gun going off?
No, not again.
All right.
Crickets.
All right. Let's get to the Armed Forces Bowl here.
All right.
Air Force and Cal.
I got Air Force.
This is at TCU, huh? That place is new, isn't it? TCU Stadium, isn't it new?
Everyone has a new stadium.
Yeah.
Sure.
You have Air Force. Why?
I do. Yeah. I don't know. It seems like if California goes up against a decent defense, that Goff, as good as he is, can throw some interceptions. And I think Air Force, they play a style of offense kind of like Navy that not a whole lot of people play anymore. So it's not something that's easy to prepare for.
How do you guys feel about Navy being in a conference this year?
I don't care one way or the other, honestly.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Notre Dame not being in a conference?
That used to bother me. Nowadays, doesn't bother me at all. These teams can do what they want because with 75 bowl games, and the way that we have the playoff poll and all that, I don't think it really matters.
You know what I don't like today is that I go on ESPN and I go on CBS Sports and SI and all these other campus, whatever, Rush or whatever it's called. And now they're manufacturing stories that we need to have an 8-team playoff because this year's selection was so easy to pick.
Well, but you see, I saw an article today, Damien, that said because of the way it all laid out this year, this is proof that we don't need an 8-team playoff.
That was the one that I dropped in the room for Martin Rickman.
All right, was it? Okay.
Yeah. But all the other ones have said, "Oh, now we need an 8-team playoff because 1 through 8 is good." And I'm like, I don't really think 1 through 8 is really that good. Like, I don't think Iowa is going to beat Oklahoma or Alabama. I don't even think they have a chance.
No.
Or even Clemson.
Or Clemson, right?
I mean, I think Iowa's defense would stand up to those teams, but Iowa just doesn't have nearly enough offensive capability to really make it a game. But defensively, they're right there.
What do you think about North Carolina and Baylor? I think that's the best game on the 29th.
I think that's a complete crap game because of all the injuries to Baylor's quarterbacks. If Baylor had their first or second string quarterback in there against North Carolina, I would agree that would be one hell of a football game. But with Baylor playing like a wide receiver at quarterback, give me North Carolina all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Russell Athletic Bowl we're talking about. Mike, you have the same thing?
I got the same thing. Yeah, I got North Carolina.
The Nova Home Loans Arizona Bowl. What's Nova Home Loans, Mike? There's some big bank out there?
It's a big bank, yeah. That's all it is.
Colorado State and Nevada. We all went Colorado State. Who's a coach at Nevada?
I don't know.
Who's a coach at Colorado State?
Mike Bobo.
Oh, that's your boy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's your guy. Because that's where McElwain was, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
All right, so Colorado. Yeah, go ahead.
Colorado State, they're always good. I mean, they're never great, but I mean, they're always good.
They're not an easy out, yeah.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Advocare V100 Texas Bowl at Houston's NRG Stadium. Energy, right? I like that. It's a big power company. I think that's the remnants of Enron.
Oh, yeah?
I think.
It could be.
I probably just made that up, but that feels right. Texas Tech and LSU.
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 All right, the Birmingham Bowl at beautiful Legion Field, which, by the way, is an absolute dump. It's trash. Memphis and Auburn, which this is basically a home game for Auburn.
Yeah, Memphis.
Yeah, all of us took Memphis here.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That was nice of Mitch. He's going to let Bird preview this game. That's nice. It's cute.
It's cute.
I should have sat this season out then, since Missouri is a dumpster fire.
That's why you have more games than anybody else.
Ah, all right. It's not because people are just in awe of my writing style.
Oh, that's it too.
Okay.
That's absolutely it. Yes.
Memphis.
I mean, I write like 12 and a half stories a week. So, I mean, one of them one of them is bound to be decent.
Yeah. I think I average
law of averages.
I think I average like 12 stories a year at this rate. All right, the Belk Bowl, North Carolina State and Mississippi State. All of us go Mississippi State. That's Dak Prescott, right?
That's right.
What happened to him this year? Like I looked at him as a possible Heisman, candidate. He just seemed like it was a very low key, non-making play kind of year for him.
He plays in the SEC West. I mean,
True.
But an 8-4 record is good for next to last place in that division.
Yeah. Very true.
Yeah, it isn't like Mississippi State's bad. I mean,
No, they're not.
8-4, and that's what people, when you say, "Oh my God, the SEC is terrible," and blah 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 blah. 8-4 in the SEC West is completely different than 8-4 in the Big Ten, or even the SEC.
I mean, the SEC East sucks, but the West does not.
All right, so Louisville and A&M in the Mortgage City Music or the Mortgage. What is this?
Mortgage Music
City Bowl.
Whatever, you guys know what I mean. Louisville and A&M. So this is Petrino and Sumlin. I think this will be a good game.
Has the potential to be.
Yeah.
Seth,
who's the quarterback at Louisville right now? Or Louisville?
No.
Louisville.
Yeah.
I have Louisville. I'm not a big A&M fan. They seem to tank at the end of the year every year. I'm taking Louisville, but I also think if A&M wins this game, that it will be because Christian Kirk has some monster game and he'll be the big name along with Fournette for preseason Heisman hype next year.
Christian Kirk, wow, yeah.
Everybody
out here in the desert is just, they still talk about him getting out of the state. I mean, I watched him since he was a freshman in high school play. Like, this guy's quicker than DJ Foster. Holy smokes. Like, he would just blow by people. I mean, it was like a man amongst boys. It was just a different level. Yeah. Kirk is fun to watch.
Really upset because the Touch ID on my phone doesn't work. Are you guys done?
Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, exactly.
You'll give it a space.
Exactly.
I don't need
talking football, and he's like, all of a sudden the ADD kicks in. Wow, look at my phone. It didn't work. Look at that.
Seeing what's going on Slack.
Hey, have you heard of this guy, James? James Garner.
Garner.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What?
And Ted. Ted's the new commissioner of the Big 8.
A talking teddy bear could do a better job than Bowlesby.
Yeah.
Hey, all as I say, when you watch Ted, just remember about shit on the floor. All I'm going to say.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I should probably get us back on track here.
All right.
All right. The Holiday Bowl at Qualcomm. What do they have? All the bowl games in San Diego? Wisconsin and Southern Cal. You guys take Southern Cal for whatever reason. This is Southern Cal, not South Carolina, right?
Right.
I'm confused about my email here.
This is the real USC.
Okay.
Exactly.
I just checking to see if anybody reads my emails ever.
This is Chug-a-Lug USC, not Hulk USC.
What?
I got it. This is Carrier 40 USC, not
right.
Hulk bulging eyes.
Right.
Exactly. I am the CEO of my team. Look at my eyes. Yeah. I can take.
Is that
you
what
seriously.
Muschamp said today?
What?
Well, no, that's what Muschamp is like, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he said I'm the CEO of my team. All right, so I have Wisconsin because I have faith in.
Barry Alvarez.
Yeah, I wanted to say that.
Yeah.
I really wanted to say Barry Alvarez because I figured he needs another $500,000, so maybe he's going to coach.
That's right.
But
just tell Chris to take the day off.
Yeah. But I thought about Max, and I said, you know what? I'm going to be fair here, and I'm not going to go there. So, so you guys think Southern Cal can win, even though they got their butts kicked on Saturday, and dude fired like all the defensive coaches today.
Exactly.
Like he cleaned house on Sunday.
Oh, he cleaned house big time.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, four assistants are gone. The defensive coordinator, the defensive line, the wide receivers coach, and offensive line coach gone. Thanks for stopping in. See you later.
Yeah.
So is Helton just going to coach all of them?
Yeah, apparently him and two other dudes are going to coach. I have no idea who he's got left.
Well, I mean, if a drunk guy could be, head coach, then he can surely handle this.
You see, he's suing them.
Yeah, I did see that. Yes.
Let's see if we can do it sober. Here we go.
$30 million he wants. $30 million. Was that what was left on his contract, Mike? There's no way they were going to give him $30 million to coach at USC, right?
No, there wasn't $30 million.
Speaking of outrageous, did you see that LeBron has a lifetime deal with Nike for $60 million a year?
Yes.
Retire now, buddy.
A year.
Yeah. Someone's agent just made the Christmas list.
I would stop playing basketball.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'd just be like, done.
And what do you think Michael Jordan gets a year?
No clue.
Well, he's got to be around 20, though, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, he has his own building named after him on the campus at Nike. I'm sure LeBron's is coming at some point. He has his own freaking line, so not only $20 million, but I mean,
Jumpman. Is it Jumpman, right?
I think it's Jumpman now, yeah. But it was Jordan for a long time.
Yeah, I think it's Jumpman now. All right, so Mike, USC, talk to me here. Convince me to change this.
I don't think I'm going to be able to convince you. I'm just going with what I know. I know what I've seen with USC and their athletes and what they can do, even though they got their tail handed to them by McCaffrey and Stanford. But I don't think Wisconsin's not Stanford at all. So I think this game's going to be close. I think it's a field goal touchdown kind of game.
Mike?
Yeah.
Stanford is not Wisconsin. That is correct.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, they're like not even close in any aspect, way, shape, or form.
Way, shape, or form, yeah.
Yeah. The Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl in the Georgia Dome. You know what? I like these people. These Georgia people, they're really smart. They got a marquee game at the beginning of the season, and then they throw in this Peach Bowl game, and it's on New Year's Eve, and now it's a New Year's Six Bowl. Those dudes are really smart.
Yeah, and they have good matchups.
Exactly. At the beginning of the season and the end, Houston and Florida State.
Uh-huh.
For whatever reason, we all take Florida State here. I will just say that as much as I like Tom Herman, I don't think there's any way that his defense keeps up with Florida State.
True.
I agree with you. That's why I originally was going to pick Houston, and that's ultimately why I went with FSU.
Yeah, their defense is good, but it's not. I mean, who's the running back for Florida State?
Dalvin Cook.
Yeah. And remember how his year started, man? He was on his way to jail for a year, gets acquitted, or do they not press charges? Somebody
probably didn't press charges. We're talking about the Tallahassee.
Well, no. Somebody at Florida State. No. Somebody at Florida State was on trial before the season started and got acquitted.
They're all running together, Romy, to be completely honest with you. Just in all seriousness, all these situations at the schools just begin to run together on me at this point.
All right, fair enough. The Cotton Bowl, which is not at the Cotton Bowl, it's at AT&T Stadium now. Actually, no, we're not allowed to talk about this. I'm sorry. I lied to you.
All right.
We're going to talk about the Outback Bowl. Why does Mitch have two people previewing the Outback Bowl? It's yeah. It's anyway, it doesn't matter. Northwestern and Tennessee. Seth,
yes,
in a shock and awe moment of the year, takes Tennessee, which means they'll probably lose at the last second. Seth, what's wrong?
It seems like the second half of the season on, it seemed like Jones started doing what I consider to be the right thing, and that's giving Hurd the ball and not putting it all on Dobbs' shoulders. And I think when Hurd is the focal point of that offense, I think that Tennessee can be really good.
Okay, so the 2016 Heisman preview, where do you have Dobbs on your list, sir?
He's nowhere close to that list to me.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
How can he not be on that list?
I mean, he's going to be on the list, but if it were my list, he would not be on that list.
Because you hate him.
I don't hate him. I think he's overrated.
I think we should go back and review your
article. It's not Dobbs' fault that he's overrated. He doesn't rate himself.
It's also not his fault that you hate him.
No, it's not his fault that I hate him.
So you do hate him. Got it. Thank you. Moving on. Here we go, folks. That was a little Perry Mason there. Yeah, that was a little Perry Mason there. Or no, Matlock. Isn't that the guy who always used to get people to, confess their sins or whatever on the screen?
It certainly wasn't my cousin Vinny.
The Buffalo Wild Wings Citrus Bowl in Orlando, Michigan, and Florida. We all have Michigan. No one has any faith.
No, because Florida still doesn't have a quarterback.
They got Treon Harris, don't they?
They have that kid that won the Dr. Pepper game. I mean, yeah, they have Treon Harris. Brutal.
Yeah, he's bad.
I think that's all you need to say.
He's bad.
I mean, just sign the Dr. Pepper kid because he's in med school, and McElwain already signed a dentist to be a kicker. So let's just roll the dice.
Their kicker's a dentist?
Well, the backup is. Remember he had those open tryouts after the year got going because he was down a kicker for some reason, right. And the joke is it's some dentist, and he even made a crack up at it a few games back, saying, "Oh well, I can put the dentist in," as he chomped on his gum.
Oh my God, that's hilarious to me. Oh my God! All right, Fiesta, Notre Dame, Ohio State. Seth,
Notre Dame,
going with the Irish.
Yeah.
Mike, talk to me about Ohio State here. Why do you have Ohio State? You're kind of quiet today. Need to get you involved here.
I have Ohio State only for the fact that in my head they have less injuries than Notre Dame to overcome, if they have any to overcome. And is Barrett's in there, right? I mean, is Barrett playing? Is he back? Do we know?
Yes, Barrett is playing.
I don't know.
Okay.
Barrett
okay.
Is he is. Why?
Okay.
What did?
No, I mean, I just think that Ohio State will have more healthy, quality players than Notre Dame. Just Notre Dame is just banged up to all get out. So I mean, it bugs me to no end to root for the Bucknuts, but I'm actually not rooting for them. I'm just like picking a game. All right, and I like Ohio State a little bit more than I like Notre Dame, I guess. I don't know.
You buying tickets to go to that game? You and Jeff can sit together.
Oh, dear God. And you told me he's Ohio State nut, right?
He's an Ohio State fan. I would not say nut, but he is an Ohio State fan.
Okay. All right. No, I'll probably sit and watch it on my couch.
It's a 1 o'clock game. It's like a 10:30 start for you, isn't it?
It's an 11 o'clock start. Yeah.
Yeah. Could, go do that and then be home for the Rose or the Sugar.
Watch The Notebook.
Yeah, The Notebook. Yeah, you can watch that on New Year's Day. You and your wife.
Yeah,
it's a great way to start the day.
Hey, Seth saw that too.
Yes,
yeah, don't leave me hanging out to dry on that one, Seth. You know what that BS is about.
All right, the Rose, Mike's favorite bowl, Iowa and Stanford. Mike, what do you got?
Stanford.
Why? Because they're Pac-12? No, you have them because they're Pac-12. I'm going to look here. I bet you took every Pac-12 team, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Which one didn't you take?
I didn't take ASU. I don't believe I took Oregon. Let's see here.
Did we even talk about Oregon? Oh, no, not the.
We haven't got there yet. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Usually you always take all the Pac-12 teams. PACK-12.
That's right.
Don't forget
That's
that.
Right. No, I just think Stanford's better than Iowa. They have more offensively, like Seth was saying earlier, than what Iowa has offensively. And when you got Christian McCaffrey back there, who can catch it, throw it, Mr. Do everything, I'll put my hat with Sanford.
Seth?
I echo what Wilson says.
Wilson, wow. Last names were back in high school, folks. The Sugar Bowl, the best of them all.
Or I'm looking over the fence like in Home Improvement.
Mm. Seth, what's your favorite bowl game?
I always like the Fiesta Bowl. That's one that I always remember watching. I think it was that Miami Penn State game with Shane Conlon and Vinny Testaverde.
I feel like the Fiesta Bowl kind of like came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like I never really thought that was like a big time bowl game, and now obviously it is. I don't really like it. It just doesn't do anything for me.
Well, I mean, I watched that one growing up, and I watched the Orange Bowl growing up because the Orange Bowl had the tie-in with the Big 8.
What do you feel? How do you feel about the Sugar?
I like the Sugar.
Where would you rank it?
I just for my personal preference based on what I grew up watching, or just kind of where I put it in a hierarchy of college football.
Either, both. I don't. You said a lot of words there, so just give me.
All right. Well, I think the Sugar Bowl is it's for me it's right up there hierarchy wise. I think with the Rose Bowl and the Orange Bowl, because I mean the Sugar Bowl, they always seem to have a great matchup that even before all the BCS stuff and college football playoff stuff, they always had a matchup that meant something. I mean, it was always just one of the big ones.
All right, so you have one chance to see a bowl game, and it's the Rose or the Sugar. You pick the teams. Doesn't matter. Which one are you going to?
I go to the Rose.
You're
for starters, it's in California.
Oh, it snows in Louisiana, or what's going on?
Well, no, but it's California. I don't know. There's something about that. The Sugar Bowl, it's in Louisiana. It's in New Orleans. The one time I went to New Orleans, there were just puddles of vomit on the streets, and I can do without that.
There's a parade every day.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes, there's a parade every day,
Mm-hmm.
and I can just
Hurricane.
I can just collect beads.
And hurricanes. You can have a hurricane all the time.
Yes. Yeah.
All day.
Well, you won't make it all day, but you could have probably 4 or 5, and then you'll probably be done for a few hours. I don't know if you can make them all day. Mike, obviously you're going to the Rose, right? One bowl game, the Rose Bowl for you?
Yeah, I'd go to the Rose Bowl. Yeah.
Okay, so Seth, off the beaten path bowl game,
Yes.
which one would you go to? Like not one of the really popular ones.
Not
And you know what?
really-
You can use this year's matchup. So like any of the matchups from this year. Like one bowl game off the beaten path that you want to go see this year.
All right. Let me scroll back through here.
Mike, you do the
All right.
same.
I already know where I'm going.
Oh, here we go. Bahamas,
Where
I
you-
bet. He's going
Where are you
Bahamas.
going?
I'm going to Hawaii Bowl.
Oh.
You're in
Hawaii's so
Honolulu. You're in the
overrated.
you're in the islands, man.
Hawaii's so overrated.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Tell me why it's overrated.
It's just the islands aren't that great. Have you been?
I've been to every island. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a Hawaii guy. I've never been impressed with it. Doesn't do
I
it.
All right.
kind of like the Music City Bowl this year.
Yeah. Nashville's a fun town.
Yeah, Louisville, Texas A&M. I think Arkansas, Kansas State in the AutoZone Liberty
No,
Bowl.
stop it! I don't want to hear about Bill Snyder and Bill Snyder and what's that guy's Bielema. I don't want to hear about
and
that.
Bert.
I
Well,
don't
look,
care about that.
That's not gonna be a great game, but it's gonna be a competitive game. I
And
think.
Memphis, you're going to Memphis.
well,
You're going to get
and-
shot.
well,
You're going to get
hold on.
shot.
And I'll pack heat. And with Arkansas and Kansas State, if Arkansas wins, you get to see an erotic experience. And
You get to see what kind of experience?
an erotic experience.
Okay, that's what I thought I heard.
And any game with Bill Snyder, you know that there's going to be a nice handwritten note involved.
Oh, stop it.
Gee, good God.
Kind of like Derek Jeter giving his love interest, his one night stands, a little goodie bag on the way out. It's like the note and the erotic experience. It's all there.
I think it's a different kind of note and erotic experience from what Elon and Snyder are giving us.
Did you get Sweet Jeter's swag bag? There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a swag bag.
And do you want to go see San Diego and Cincinnati, Mike? That's where you're going this year? One game, and that's the one you pick, just because it's in Hawaii.
Just because it's in Hawaii. I love laying on the beach in Hawaii. Very good. Give me a little pina colada. There we go. It's either that or San Diego. Go to the Holiday Bowl.
Who's in that game? USC and Wisconsin.
USC and Wisconsin. Yeah. Obviously, I'd go to the Holiday Bowl because it's a little cheaper, and it's only a 5-hour drive, so not a 6-hour flight.
Well, your expenses are paid. That's what I mean. You get to pick your game. So, I mean, don't let the cost hold you back. You're not paying for it.
All right, I'm going to the Foster Farms Bowl.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. I don't like San Francisco, but I like. I would like to see Levi Stadium.
You don't like Frisco?
No, my God, no. It's terrible. Traffic.
Why?
People.
Traffic.
Hills. Parking. Disaster. Absolute disaster. Oh my God, San Francisco. Gag. Kill me now. Everything's expensive. $10 cup of coffee at Starbucks. Come on. Where do you go, Seth? Dunkin' Donuts?
I got a.
Oh no, you got the you got that special Corky and Lenny's or whatever there, right?
What's it called? Scooters.
Scooters. I was close.
I mean, I make it myself most of the time.
And then you just call it Scooters, or is that the name of the place?
No.
Exactly.
There's a place called Scooters.
Honey, where'd you go? I went to Scooters.
I put a little hat on, and
Exactly.
That's the off-beaten Starbucks. Is Scooters.
My barista name is Scooter.
Barista. Oh my God.
Scooter.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'm still trying to figure out which one I would go to. I really would be interested in the Peach Bowl, but I want to go to it at the new stadium, so that obviously gets us nowhere this year. So I will say, give me the Cotton Bowl, Alabama, Michigan State.
All right. You see, I thought we were only talking about games we had talked about.
Or out of the way bowls.
Oh yeah.
That's right. That's not really an out of the way bowl because it's a Cotton Bowl. Wow. This is tough.
Who came up with this question?
Me. Yeah, me.
I don't know. You know what? I might go to the Vegas Bowl. Go watch some Mormons beat up on each other.
You like Vegas? Utah. You like Vegas?
What's wrong with Vegas?
Oh my! What a terrible city. You understand that the stadium's not inside one of the casinos, right?
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. I don't mind Vegas. It's in the desert.
It's not even in the city of Las Vegas.
True.
It's like in a whole different thing. It's like in a township or whatever. So you're not even in Vegas when you're in Vegas. You're just kind of in Vegas.
That's all right.
Just kind of brush up against it.
There's a lot of brushing going on in Vegas too.
So you just want to go. You just want to go see the Mormons play, is what you said, right?
Yeah, I want to go see some clean, wholesome football by BYU.
Yeah. A clean, wholesome football and their magic underwear and cold drinks.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, Seth, I'm either going to Nashville with you or I'm going to Annapolis, which is kind of cheating because I've been there many times, but I think Pitt and Navy might be decent.
What's Annapolis like? I've never been there.
Great city. Quiet.
Right on the water.
Right.
Nice.
It is on the water. It's actually a high crime city. I mean, you will get shot there. Wear a vest.
Next to Baltimore. I've been there. Really, I've been there once as an adult and once as a kid.
Annapolis or Baltimore?
Well, I basically more or less grew up in Baltimore. Most of my family's there, but Annapolis, I went once as a kid and went to the Naval Academy for an audition as an adult.
Okay, how'd that go?
I'm an underwriter now.
Oh.
That was the last music audition that I went on, and I was shocked because it's a service academy. Expect everything to be really well organized and everything. No, it was out of like the probably close to 40 professional auditions I had gone on. That was by far the worst organized audition out of all of them.
Yeah, that's why they let the Marines handle the music in the Navy. That's why they let them handle that. Where the hell are we here?
I think we're getting ready to talk about...
Oh, the sugar. We never talked about the sugar.
No, we never talked about the sugar.
Because we were talking about why it's the best bowl game. And Seth decided he wanted to go to the Rose.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to step in puke.
Exactly.
But you don't even drink. So what do you care?
Well, I
that's why you want to go to the Rose,
occasionally.
because you don't drink. All right.
But I wouldn't go to... I want to go to the Rose because I don't want to step in pools of vomit. I've been to New Orleans once.
Trust me, you can step in plenty of pools of vomit at the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, and you get the Macy's Day
I had a
parade
beignet at Cafe Du Monde and, all that. But,
once it's
All right. Yeah, you're a 10-minute drive to Sunset Boulevard from there. You can step on all the puke you want there.
Yeah. Cheap hookers and blow too, right?
Hey, transgenders everywhere.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you? Did I ever tell you guys that I knew a guy that worked as a pimp for a short period of time in Los Angeles?
Name was Scooter.
Yes. Scooter the pimp.
And the coffee barista.
Actually, coincidentally,
he was a midget.
No. He prior to being the pimp, I believe he played in one of the Service Academy bands, the Marine Band. Well, look how all of this ties together.
That's right. It always ties together. That's how we do it here. All right, Oklahoma State and Ole Miss.
I've got Ole Miss, or as I like to call them, Ole Miss.
Oh boy.
Oh, here we go.
Why do you call them Ole Miss?
I don't know, because I'm a smartass and the Ole is just missing the accent to make it Ole.
I don't really like that they call themselves Ole Miss.
No, talk to us about that.
Yeah.
I don't really have strong feelings about it. I don't like how they just like rename their school and we just go, well, we're Ole Miss. Like I don't like that. Just be Mississippi. Do they go with Ole Miss because none of the students there can spell Mississippi?
You know what? I believe that they're getting ready to have a new chancellor who's coming from KU. I can go over to KU's campus and just give him like a note to take down there to find this out. So here is Damien Bowman's manifesto.
No, I think that he should go in there and say, as soon as he signs a contract and the ink is clear, he should say, we're dropping the Ole Miss. We're going with Mississippi. I think that would be the best path, I think. The path of least resistance.
Yep.
What do you think, Mike? Mike, how do you feel about Ole Miss? As a name?
As a name, I could care less. Whatever. Doesn't matter to me. I mean, I don't, they want to call themselves Ole Miss or New Miss. I don't care.
How do you feel about Oklahoma State in this game?
Because I'm a man, I'm choosing Oklahoma State. No, this was a throw the dart at the dartboard kind of game for me. I mean, I know Oklahoma State had a good year. They were on the cusp of being ranked in the top 4 at some point for a couple of weeks there. But I don't know that much about Ole Miss. What I know more about Oklahoma State and how they like to play, and how they seem to want to chuck the ball around the yard all the time. And play hurry up, play that spread kind of game. So I'll go with Oklahoma State.
Tax Slayer Bowl in especially crappy Jacksonville, Florida. Georgia and Penn State. You'll have Penn State here. Seth, What's up?
Penn State. You can't count on Georgia to score any points.
Who's their coach?
That was going to be my next question. Who's coaching them in this game?
Gurley, right?
He's the honorary coach.
Yeah, maybe that would probably work out.
I mean, how many points are they going to score? I just don't see it.
How's Penn State's defense? Is it decent?
It's Penn State. It probably is.
Oh, okay.
I know, what a BS answer.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. Here we go. The the old, what's his name? The Wizard.
The Wizard.
Is that his name?
Don't look behind the green curtain.
You mean
No,
Snyder?
is that what they call Snyder? The Wizard or whatever?
I don't know.
The Wizard of Manhattan or something crazy?
Yeah.
How bad is Manhattan, Seth?
I call it man crapping. but that's just me. Here's my Manhattan story. When I was still a musician, the way most of my stories start, the brass band I was in, we played a concert at K-State, and we were moving some big piece of musical equipment, and we completely shattered out this glass door.
Oh my God.
So this one time at band camp.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. So we all have Arkansas.
Yes.
Erotic
Bert.
Oh
Oh my God.
All right. We're done with this game. The Valero Alamo Bowl.
Oh, hold on, real quick. So when before this game, are we going to get a good picture of Bert in a Memphis Starbucks?
Memphis. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You saw that floating around when he was in Columbia last week, Missouri.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I did see that. That was good.
That was good.
That was good. So is Bill Snyder ever going to retire?
No, absolutely not. I mean, when he finally does, kind of pseudo retire, it's going to be because he died, and they're basically going to like
pseudo retired when he dies.
Right.
Prop him up weekend at Bernie's.
Well, not even that. Not even that.
Just prop him up.
No, right? They're gonna go Han Solo on him and just like encase him in one of those cases that Han Solo was in, and just prop him up like that.
Oh my God.
Star Wars reference now. I think we've covered it all.
So when Snyder leaves, they immediately become as bad as Iowa State, correct, in football?
Not quite. Well, yeah. Because remember when he retired the first time and they got Ron Prince?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, what they think they're going to get, they think that's why that's why their fan base thinks Brent Venables hasn't taken a head coaching job somewhere, is because he's holding out for when Snyder retires.
Really?
Yes.
Where's Ron Prince now? Is he still with the Lions?
I think he's somewhere in the NFL, yeah, along with Ron Zook.
Yeah, where'd you tell me he was?
Special teams coach for Green Bay.
It's a good spot for him.
Yeah,
that's what Damien said.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect for him.
Yep, Ron Scary Smart Prince.
And who's the guy who just got fired by Illinois? Beckman. Do you think he ever gets another job?
Yeah, probably. They all get recycled.
Maybe he can go to Youngstown State when Pelini goes.
Or maybe he winds up at Ohio State as the new defensive coordinator.
No way.
No?
Nah, too soon.
Too soon?
Too soon. Yeah, not after all that BS. I don't even know if Urban Meyer likes him. I could see him at Youngstown State only because I believe he was on Tressel's staff at one point.
Was he?
Yeah, I think I'm almost positive he was.
So he was on Urban Meyer's staff at Bowling Green.
Oh, okay. You're right. That's what it was. You're right. No, but he was at Ohio State 2005, 2006, so he was on.
All right.
Yeah, he was with Tressel after that. So
okay.
So we were both right.
Well done. Virtual handshake.
Okay.
Up top.
Oh, and he went to Findlay. I knew he was from Ohio. Oh, yeah, it's from Berea, right down the street from me. That's right.
Everything's right down the street from you.
Hey, when we're talking about college football, you got to talk about Ohio. That's where all these people are from.
Stoops, Pelini, Pinkel.
Beckman,
yeah.
Solich.
Yeah.
Where's Meyer from?
No idea.
Nick Saban.
Yeah.
True.
Urban Meyer's from Toledo.
All right.
And Les Miles isn't from Ohio, is he? I know he went
played
to
at Michigan.
Yeah. Oh, he is. He's from Elyria. Yeah, that's right down the street from me too. Yeah, I knew he was from. I thought he was from Ohio. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So all the big name coaches. Actually, Nick Saban's I think actually from West Virginia, but he went to can't write Kent State.
Yeah, he went to Kent State.
Yeah. Yeah, Fairmont, West Virginia, but he like I said, Kent State. So, and Huggins. I believe he
from
played
West
at
Virginia, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he played. I think he played at Kent State also.
No, Huggins went to West Virginia too.
I think he's yeah.
Yeah, he went home.
Who am I thinking of that went to Kent State? Oh, is that Belichick? No, Belichick went to like Colgate, wasn't it, or something crazy like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Because his dad was a coach at Army. Or no, the Naval Academy. I'm sorry. And Belichick went to Wesleyan, which is not Ohio Wesleyan.
Is that the one in
Connecticut?
Chicago?
No, it's the one in Connecticut. Yeah.
All right.
So but he came through Ohio. Belichick did. He was here when the Browns moved.
All right.
So there you have it, Mike. Gave a little history lesson on all the
Exactly. I'm like, wow, okay.
all the football coaches from Ohio. Okay, let's get back on track here. The Valero Alamo Bowl, TCU and Oregon. We all have TCU here. I think Oregon's probably gonna win this game.
Yeah. Oh, is the quarterback for TCU healthy? Boykin?
No, he's out, isn't he? Isn't he done for the year? Didn't he break his collarbone in 5 places or something crazy?
I don't know why I thought he came back, but Josh Doxson, the wide receiver, was out for the rest of the season.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
All right. Yeah, I'll stick with TCU, but I could be swayed.
What do you think, Michael?
To be quite honest, I'm picking TCU because it's the Ducks. But
it's about a home game too for TCU almost.
Yeah, it's just about a home game. You know what? I'm with you, Damien, on this. That Oregon should win this game. Because they got everybody healthy. Vernon Adams is healthy. Their skill guys, all those guys are healthy. And if you can go to Stanford and and beat Stanford, you can go to a somewhat neutral field and beat a fairly banged up TCU. So
I can't believe they still use the Alamo Dome. Like, that's crazy to me. They're talking about if one of these teams moves in the NFL, they're gonna go in San Antonio. Yeah.
I'm like,
build
why?
a stadium.
They're gonna build a new stadium.
They're gonna build a stadium in California, but they need somewhere to play. In the meantime.
Oh, good Lord!
So they're gonna play in the Alamo Dome.
That's stupid.
Because they don't want to stay where they're at, so they're gonna go there.
That's stupid.
So my thing is, why not just put another team in Texas?
Right.
Just be done with it, and then you don't have 2 teams sharing one stadium. And think about this: in the NFL, you're going to have 2 teams in the same conference, potentially in the same
stadium. Yeah,
which is obviously different from New York, which has the Jets and the Giants.
Right, but different. Yeah,
but different conferences.
Conference.
Yeah.
Right. So actually, well, no, wait. So if the Rams and who's the other team that would go?
Chargers.
Okay, well, they're not in the same conference.
It'd be the if they're in the same conference, it would be Oakland and San Diego.
Right, and so same conference, same division.
Same division. Yep.
That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It absolutely is stupid.
I don't understand why San Diego just won't build these people a stadium. Like, did they lose so much money on the baseball stadium that they literally have no money? That said, hang on, I should say this. As a card-carrying member of the Republican Party, I would prefer to see these teams build their own stadiums and pay for it themselves.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I should say
they
that.
have the money.
They all have the money. Now, if the cities want to, do the infrastructure and stuff around the stadium and buy the land and sell it to the team or do the eminent domain stuff, fine. I got that. But these dudes should be buying their own stadiums. They should be building them themselves.
And the ownership shouldn't be holding these cities like basically hostage.
Absolutely.
Over this stuff.
The city of Cleveland would be in so much better financial health and probably emotional health if the Browns left and never came back.
I could see that.
And it's not, I mean, in whatever city you want, just apply that. Like Robert Kraft.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Robert Kraft paid for his own stadium out of his pocket. I'll just pay for it. Patriots. But Jerry Jones didn't. You know what I mean? Like, he refused to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. That was a little political side that no one cares about there. The Cactus Bowl. Arizona State and West Virginia. I'm going with Dana here. But Seth is going with Todd.
Yep, I'm going with Graham.
Why?
I honestly didn't know West Virginia had a winning record this year for starters. And I think for like a lot of these other bowl games with you guys, what you guys were saying, I know a little bit more about Arizona State than I do West Virginia.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Arizona State play since the opening weekend against Texas A&M. I don't know anything about them. And West Virginia is always on Fox, with your boy Gus Johnson. So
yes.
That's really kind of the reason why I picked them, is because I see them more on TV than I see Arizona State. I can't remember, like I said, other than that first game of the year, I don't think Arizona State's been on national TV all year.
Well, I mean, I see Mike's son interviewing the coaches and stuff. So I mean, I get that.
Yeah. Popular kid.
Graham being the Dallas Cowboy fan, and my son goes in with a Steelers hat.
Right. I got the sweatshirt on inside out. I mean, it's
Yeah.
It happens. We have that.
Exactly. I told him not to wear it. I'm like, you're gonna have to turn that inside out, buddy. He's like, okay, whatever. And we get the practice, and the media guy's like, hey, little man, you got to turn that inside out. He's like, really? I'm like, I told you, you friggin'.
Well, that was one of the Seinfelds I saw a couple nights ago, Mike, where Elaine and some friends get tickets to the owner's box. Seats at Yankee Stadium. They're playing Baltimore, and she's from Baltimore, so she wears her Oriole hat, and she gets in a fight and gets thrown out.
Yeah, and she makes a big deal. I'm going to wear my Orioles hat. I got to support my team. Damn it. Yeah. Yeah, no, the whole thing with Graham and him, the first thing was, Graham just looks at my son with the Pittsburgh Steeler hat on, and just goes, Steelers, huh? I don't know about you anymore. Yeah. I'm like, don't say anything, dude, because he has that 10-year-old I don't have a filter, I'm going to say what I'm going to say kind of thing. I'm like, please don't. Jesus Christ, don't. But, it turned out okay.
Okay, 3 more games. The Cotton Bowl, Alabama, Michigan State. It's the first semifinal. I actually don't know which order these games are actually in. I didn't look at the actual schedule.
Alabama is the second game.
Okay, well, we'll do them first. Why are they the second game? Oh, because they're in Texas?
It's either in Texas, it's name, Alabama, put Alabama in prime time.
Yeah, all right, yeah, because I really don't care about Clemson and Oklahoma, I got to be honest with you. I mean, like, if I had to watch that game, if I had to pick between the two, Clemson and Oklahoma doesn't do anything for me. That said, we all have Alabama here. Mm-hmm. Seth, you have no chance for Michigan State, or very slim?
I think this is a better game than it may appear to be. I mean, Michigan State's defense is good. I think their offense is better than people think, because that defense that they were going up against last Saturday with Iowa, that was a damn good defense that Iowa has that Michigan State beat. I mean, that drive that Michigan State won and on, just to hold the ball for 9 minutes, basically running the same play over and over and over again and doing it on the ground, was absolutely phenomenal. But I think in the end, Alabama just has a little bit too much with Henry.
Michael?
No, I'll say the same thing as Seth did. I just think Alabama has a little bit more, even though Alabama is a little bit of a, they're a one-trick pony kind of deal. I mean, their quarterback
Who's a one-trick pony?
Alabama a little bit. I mean, they rely so much on their running back. I mean, Coker's okay, but I don't think he's going to strike any fear in like Michigan State's defense.
Well, no, but I mean, he'll make plays though. I mean, he'll make plays with his legs also. I mean, much the same way that Connor Cook plays. I think. I think the two quarterbacks are they
similar to you?
Are pretty similar in they make a few more plays than what they appear to do. I think.
See, I don't know. I didn't know that Coker could run around. He doesn't seem like a. I mean, I've seen very little Alabama the last few weeks, but I mean, Coker just doesn't seem like he's that. He can stretch plays out. He can run around kind of guy.
Well, and here's
go ahead.
I was saying, and here's the other thing with Alabama. The Calvin Ridley kid. All of a sudden, I mean, he looks really mature. He just catches the ball really well, runs the ball really well, and I think surprisingly for a freshman in the run game, he's an exceptional blocker.
Oh, okay, all right.
You guys done?
Yeah.
Does Seth, does Henry win the Heisman?
I think he probably does, but I think McCaffrey deserves it.
You people actually care about the Heisman?
No, it's
No, I don't.
absolutely worthless.
Yeah.
I just, somebody else asked me like who I thought, and I was like, I can't even give you 10 people that I would put on the list. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't. I haven't cared about the Heisman in 15 years.
I don't watch the ceremony. None of that. I kind of sit on the sideline and watch all these people online, argue and bitch and complain back and forth about why their guy is supposedly head and shoulders above everybody else.
Exactly.
Who won it last year?
Mariota.
Oh, yeah.
Was that last year?
Yeah.
And then Menzel the year before him?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. The last Alabama player to win it was Ingram in 2009.
Right, yeah, because Trent Richardson didn't win it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't even like to talk about it. Like somebody on the staff was like, "Hey, can we do you want to do a Heisman voter thing?" I was like, "I don't."
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah, exactly. I'll pass. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with the Heisman Award. Like, I don't even know where the thing is. Like, where they hold the ceremony.
Well,
anymore.
another part of it is even if a player is deserving of it because of the quality of their play, if they're a freshman or sophomore, the voters say, I'm not voting for them because I'll be around next year also. That's just horrible.
And the other part of it is that if you're not on a team that's always in a national spotlight in the front, you have no chance. Like the kid from Navy. Everybody's like, how come Reynolds didn't even get an invite to New York?
Right.
You know what I mean?
And he should have.
Look, right, and I'm probably a little biased here, but whatever. And I haven't seen all their games this year, but I mean, like, really? Like, he's not one of the top 5 or 6 people in the country? Come on. Mm-hmm. And then guys like Troy Smith win it. Didn't Troy Smith win it?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah. For
I
what?
forgot about him.
Yeah. You mean to tell me he was the best player that year that he won? Troy Smith? Come on. I can't do it. I can't do the Heisman. I really can't do any individual awards. I don't like any of them. But that's just
they're in college. They're all kind of a joke. I mean, like with this year, not to prolong this conversation that none of us give two flips about.
Right.
But like the Butkus Award for the linebacker. This list of finalists are named, and Kentrell Brothers from Missouri, who's leading the country in tackles at linebacker. He didn't show up anywhere on this list. And it's like, what are people watching? What are they looking at? Yeah, Missouri sucks this year, but he's having a phenomenal year.
And that's the thing, Damien was just saying. It's like, look, these people are the best out there, and you have other people that are not, they're not making the ESPN top 10, and that's all people look at anymore, really. And like your guy at Mizzou, I mean, he should be on the list. He should be way up on the list, if they're ranking him or however the hell they do it. But I mean, the Heisman is just not what it was or what it's ever been. I don't remember the last time I ever watched the presentation. I don't remember the last time I really gave two craps about it. I mean, last year maybe I did a little bit because the kid from Oregon, not a lot of people from any school in Oregon ever wins it, so it was kind of nice to see. But I mean, it wasn't like I was like, oh my God, and I was hanging on everything and arguing online. I'm like, really, if you would have lost it, okay, no sweat off my back, whatever.
Yep.
So the Bear Bryant Coach of the Year award has to go to Jim McElwain, right? I mean, Mike, is there anybody out west who's even close?
I say I don't think there's not anybody out here that would be close.
I mean, it has to be.
It should be him, but I bet it won't be
because of how they lost last week.
Just because of how that offense is. Yeah,
So who gets it?
I watch. Dabo Sweeney will get it.
That's terrible.
I agree. I absolutely agree that it's terrible, and I think McElwain did the best coaching job in the country this year. But
Literally took a bunch of dudes that he didn't recruit who were absolute dog shit last year.
Yep.
And got him to the SEC championship this year.
And one of those players actually crapped their pants in the game last year, even.
Well, there you go. So literal shit.
Yes.
And the wagon has come full circle.
We just keep wrapping around.
just keep wrapping around. There's another. There's a subtitle.
But I'm saying like there's no one else, right?
No, I don't think there is. I completely agree with you.
Absolutely has to be the Florida coach.
And I think Matt Rule at Temple should get a significant number of votes also.
Nah. He was there last year. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but still, it's Temple, and they had the year they had this year. I don't think he should win it. I don't think he did a better job than McElwain, but I think he should still be more in the conversation than he would probably be.
Sure, that's fair. I'm okay with putting him in the conversation.
What about the Houston guy?
No.
I mean, Houston year in and year out. I mean, it seems like with Sumlin there, and Kingsbury was there for a little bit, and I forgot who was there. Art Briles was there. I mean, they're kind of one of those mid-major teams. They always seem to be solid.
Yeah, right. I just like I said. I mean, you take a team. I mean, what was Florida last year? Like 5-6 or something crazy like that.
Yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah,
I mean, if even that.
Right, and then I mean, the best thing is that their former head coach goes to another school to become the defensive coordinator, and their defense falls apart too. Like that shows you how bad of a coach he was. And this dude walks in from Colorado State, and all of a sudden they're in the SEC championship game. Now, like we always say, I mean, the SEC East is absolute terrible, whatever, but still got there, and they didn't look completely bad. They just couldn't run the ball or pass the ball or kick the ball or stop the run or stop the pass.
Right. Other than all of that, they were right there.
Other than that, they are solid.
Yes. Yeah. There we go. Other than all of my deficiencies, I am a French model.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna get back to the.
Okay. Talk about.
We're gonna get back to the Cotton Bowl here.
Yeah.
Okay. So we all have Alabama here, right?
We do.
Yeah.
Where do you guys put the Cotton Bowl here in in terms of bowl games?
When you were saying, Damien, you said the Fiesta Bowl doesn't do anything for you.
Mm-hmm.
The Cotton Bowl is the same for me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's because you hate the Big 12. Really? No, I'm serious. Right? I mean, Seth, isn't this a Big 12, Big 10 matchup typically? Like, isn't that the traditional tie-in?
No, it's SEC Big 12.
Oh, SEC Big 12.
Yeah, or Big 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked this bowl game more when it wasn't in AT&T Stadium and it was actually in the Cotton Bowl.
At the Cotton Bowl.
And, it was like a significantly better version of the Independence Bowl.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
And you had the U dancing on in the middle of the field. Heck yeah.
I think this is one. I would say this is. So I would say sugar, rose, orange, Chick-fil-A, and then the Cotton Bowl for me. So top 5 for sure.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, Fiesta's garbage to me. It's nothing. Sorry. West, West time zone people or whatever you guys are.
Actually, we're mountain right now.
No, you guys never change. We change, you don't.
But our time zone changes.
So you do change.
We don't change our clocks, but when the legit West Coast falls back, they're an hour behind us. And so we go from Pacific.
Why can't you just change your clocks like everybody else?
Because we're stupid.
Can't you have John McCain fix this?
John McCain.
Isn't he? He's alive still, right?
He's still ticking, yeah. He's up in his cabin up in Sedona, just chilling.
What do we have left here? The Orange Bowl, Clemson and Oklahoma. We have a little discrepancy here. Michael, you have Boomer Sooner and Big Game Bob, and what the hell are you thinking?
I'm just going with what I've seen out of Oklahoma the last few weeks. They go to Baylor and they win. The quarterback Mayfield, yes, Taylor Mayfield. Dude just makes plays. He can run around. He has a nice arm. And then the running backs, Perrine, whatever his name is.
Do you know any of the players on this team that you're picking?
No, he doesn't know anything. He just picked somebody.
Dude,
I know what I see, and I like what I see out of Oklahoma.
He knows what he's all about the eye test on this.
He knows what he sees, but he can't tell you what he sees.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. I know it when I see it. I just can't tell you about it when I see it.
It's Isn't that what Trump's using now? I just know what I know.
Don't even start. Nope. Veto. Nope. Okay, so in the championship game, we're not even going there.
Because everything's going to be terrific.
I like Clemson in this game.
Yeah, me
because
too.
Their defense is better than I think a lot of people think. They look at that team and think offense. And I also really want to see Brent Venables go up against his former boss, Stoops.
All right, I think that's solid. So unfortunately here, so Mike, you have Oklahoma and Alabama in the final. Who do you think wins that?
You know what? I'll go with Oklahoma. I'll go with an upset. I'll go
There
with
is
something
absolutely
not happening.
No way. Oh my God, dude! Are you talking about Bob Stoops in a game that means something?
He already beat the SEC this year in Tennessee. He's done.
He's done.
He's done. And he had to come back in the fourth quarter against that average ass team in Tennessee this year.
Right.
He's already blew his load. He's good to go.
That's right. Done.
Are you high on ball? What are you high on here?
Are you high on balls? Is what you just said.
I stopped myself. I didn't say it. I stopped myself. Oklahoma over Alabama?
Why not?
All right, what's the bet, Mike?
Why not? What's the bet? Let's just go straight
If Oklahoma beats Alabama, what do I give you? What do you want?
Kate Upton.
Okay, I'll give you Kate Upton. That was great. I'm going to ask for something more reasonable, like a case of beer. You can have Kate Upton.
I'll take a case of beer, too.
No. You cannot renege here. You've already decided. It's on the spreadsheet.
It's on the spreadsheet.
And I just changed it so you can't edit.
Exactly. It says Damien's editing.
That's right.
I
revoked your
privileges.
editing privileges. That's right.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, you want a case of beer?
Sure.
If Oklahoma beats Alabama.
Sure.
Give me the Tide and championship number 16.
And number 5 for Saban.
All right, Seth, tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter at @SMerenbloom. That's SMERENBLOOM. You can find me at campuspressbox.com, and you can also find me on the SEC 411 podcast.
Who are you with over there?
I am with Bird LaCroix, Mr. Auburn Tiger. He does have fan credentials.
Michael Wilson.
Well, you can find me at campuspressbox.com talking about Pac-12. You can find me on Twitter at pigskinopinion, and you can email me at mike.wilson@campuspressbox.com.
All right, Damien Bowman, DamienBowman on Twitter. Emails damien.bowman@campuspressbox.com. 4lights.fm/shows for all the goodness. campuspressbox.com/subscribe for this show and the aforementioned SEC 411 with Seth and Bird. Okay, so I want a 12-pack of Sierra Nevada. Do you like Sierra Nevada? They're from California, aren't they?
No, it's a good beer. I'll take that.
I would like. I'm an IPA guy.
IPA. Okay. All right.
So
that's a good beer too. I like that.
Yeah. Whatever their IPA is that I always have that I can't remember. So because there's no way that Oklahoma beats Alabama in the national championship game. Alabama's going for number 16, and they have to redeem themselves against that loss from Ohio State last year.
I don't even think they're thinking about redemption from last year.
Seth, do you think they're thinking about redemption?
I think Saban is.
Yeah. I would say that they are absolutely thinking about that. And no one cares about the rest of these exhibition games, as I call them. But We'll talk about them because they play them. So, okay, folks, that's it. Seth, tell everybody goodbye.
So long. Farewell. See you later.
It's pretty weak.